beat Isaiah.
Yeah.
And I mean, for the longest time, I think at Wizzrobe's Twitter profile picture was him getting Isaiah to autograph his Smash book.
Yeah, that's right. That's such an old picture, too.
Yeah, this is a really old picture. So that's, I don't know. I guess that's kind of the story of Wizzrobe in a lot of ways, too, right? For Florida, we see this young kid start to train up with I guess, the local legend, Sheer Madness.
Yep.
And eventually the student was able to surpass the master. Now,
that's absolutely right.
I think it's going to take a couple more wins before we can clearly and confidently say that Wizzrobe is better than Isaiah. But I think that when we look at Super Smash Con, for instance, right, that set that they had together, and that was, it doesn't matter who Isaiah was playing, that was still so killer to watch.
That was amazing.
So killer to watch, yeah.
I loved just game one, the Luigi Yoshi was worth it, worth the whole set. All right, we're getting started here.
Yeah, I don't know if they need any hand warmers or anything. They might just straight up go into it.
You're right, they might hand warm. We'll see. We'll see.
And it doesn't look like it. This looks like the real deal.
Yeah, they're playing. This is it.
Game number 1, losers finals. Wizzrobe squaring off against Barksanchez. This is a run back of winner semis where Wizzrobe was able to take it with a commanding lead. I mean, we're talking about 5 stock in there. It wasn't pretty, but Bark coasting off of several wins back-to-back. He definitely has the wind in his sails here.
Oh, man. Bark is already off to a better start than we saw in winners.
Yeah, especially if he takes a stock, then he's automatically better than one of those games, right?
He just needs one. Good down air. Oh, wow.
Now, being a Pikachu main yourself, what's the keys to this matchup in particular? What are the points you try to exploit when it comes to Yoshi?
You want to exploit his super. I mean, Yoshi loves his super armor, he loves his parries, and the obvious counter to that is drill attacks. And Pika has an amazing drill attack in his forward air.
Yeah.
So most characters, if it's a drill, their drill is a down air, so it faces downward. Pika's is in front of him. It's like perfectly built to counter Yoshi.
Yeah, and I think one thing about Pika's drill in particular is just the control you have over it, compared to some of the other drills, right?
And it is very DI-able, but a lot of times, even if your opponent gets great DI, you can follow up.
Yeah, again, with that control.
And the counter to drill, Pika's forward air, is Yoshi's back air. So it's almost like a rock, paper, scissors type thing.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of forward airs, and Wizzrobe tried to go for a back air before. There is that third thing, right, where you don't throw anything and you make your opponent restart the rock, paper, scissors match.
Yeah, true that.
And Bark did that a couple of times, but Wizzy ended up getting the better of him.
Oh, see, he forward aired right through the armor. Couldn't follow up, though.
And so, you know, if we can call the forward air the rock of this matchup, right?
Yeah.
And the back air the paper, what's the scissors to cut that out?
Well, forward air definitely beats Yoshi's forward air. And forward air is so good against Pika because if you land one, you can oftentimes combo it to death. But it comes out really slow. So Pika's forward air counters that. So I guess that's the paper.
What about the counter to Yoshi's back air in particular?
Yoshi's back air is more complicated.
A little bit.
I mean, Pika has to mix it up to get around that.
Yeah.
There's no definitive answer, I'd say.
Low enough percentage where with all the hits of that forward air connecting, the armor is just going to soak it all up. And I think that makes it really tough as a Pikachu player in this matchup, just knowing that sometimes you'll get what would be an opening in any other matchup, and not being able to cash out on it because of the properties of armor.
Yeah, and parry too. A lot of times you think you have a grab, because it would be a guaranteed grab on any other character, and then he just parries, and you're dead. It's brutal. That being said, this is still a Pika favored matchup, but it's one that Yoshi can definitely win at the highest level. And we saw that when Wizzy beat Boom at Genesis.
All right, a bit of a trade. Honestly,
oh man, I can't believe that bear didn't connect. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, trades when you're Yoshi usually okay because of armor, but I think at higher percents, especially when that armor is starting to get a bit more rusted, that's when you gotta kind of think twice about it, right?
So another great tool that Pika has is his back air breaks armor at 78%, which is like super early. If you can throw Yoshi off and he's above 78, it's usually a free back air unless the Yoshis are really tricky with their recovery.
You know, Marbles, the fact that you know the exact percent is how I know you're from Florida. That's the Florida tell right there.
You
and
actually,
wow.
it's so important to know that, 1%.
Speaking of tells, did you notice how Bark was able to read Wizzy's tech options there? Gets the Thunder, but the armor just intact enough. I mean, do you know the percentage where that Thunder is
It breaks really early, but it doesn't knock that far away.
Oh,
so
okay.
Wizzy knew that he was going to go for Thunder, and he DI'd in.
Wow. So very smart. That's sometimes a really big part of this game, right? Is if you know you're going to get hit, how are you going to take the hit, right?
Yep.
Can be the difference between life and death. Right now, wow, Bark, super smart recovery, feigning towards that platform and then pulling back to get towards the ledge.
Oh,
wow.
Wow, what a follow-up.
That was the
God.
dead if I do, dead if I don't, right? Because I think if the egg had launched him towards the right, there's a good chance it would have KO'd.
I think he would have been dead either
Yeah.
way. But I love it when it goes in stage and you get a combo like that.
It's
super cool.
it's just pretty. It's
Yeah,
just pretty.
It's pretty.
But here we are, last stocks all around. Bark is playing on fire right now.
This is much better than the winner's round. He just had to collect himself. He's such a smart player. He adapts. And we should see a really good set from here on.
I just think he can't overextend, right? And look at that. It looks like he was trying to maintain a little bit of height advantage
He doesn't have
there.
a jump. That's
Done!
it. Game 1 goes to Barksanchez. Wow.
Bark,
Incredible.
unable to even scratch Wizzy in the last set that they played. Now, when it's all on the line, able to take game number 1. This is
Man.
absolutely huge. I would say unprecedented, but it's happened before.
Yeah. I would say unprecedented, but it's Bark, and he's an incredible player. He's going to adapt.
Yeah.
You don't just knock him out like that.
And, you know, Bark is somebody who I think is so close to that highest echelon of players, right?
Yeah.
And it's almost a very sad narrative in some ways, too, where he's knocking on that door so many times he even gets a foot in, only for it to be crushed.
I know.
Unfortunately,
It's true.
a couple of times. You
But
know?
he's got to get his growing pains in. He's far newer than any other top players that I can think of. There might be a few others, but for the most part, he's a rookie.
Yeah, wasn't it a fateful day when Shears made a post on Craigslist that made it so Bark and Dark Horse would show up? And that post was really simple. It was just like, I think I'm the best player. You can beat me, I'll give you money. Something like that,
it was
right?
like, I'll give you $20 if you beat me. The only rule is I get blue hat. You have to play ugly green hat Pikachu. And so, as a joke, whenever they play Pikadittos, Bark always goes green hat, even though he actually plays naked.
Yeah, that was a little confusing whenever we had the stream on because they mixed up the hats and the names.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, she's doing really good with Pikachu. And I felt like an idiot. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
But here we go, game number 2. Barksanchez up a game. It's certainly a surprise for a lot of the folks at home, a surprise for the folks in the chairs here as well. Let's see if Bark can continue with the momentum that he had because he has been making a decisive loser's bracket run thus far. That's a bad spot, though. I mean, I know you're Pikachu. You can get back from anything, but is it worth giving up that much stage control against somebody like Wizzrobe?
I don't think so. Oh, he armored through. Smart. Oh, called out that forward air.
It's something that Yoshi definitely excels at, right? Just being able to tank those hits and then find even stronger hits for your attempts to...
Yeah. Wizzy's good at anti-airing. He can just tell when his opponent wants to approach, and he'll just throw out an up tilt.
I enjoy how non-committal overall Bark is approaching this matchup, right?
Yeah.
He's not getting too greedy overall. He's taking a couple of hits, and then he's just backing off.
Yep, you're right.
Just
and
trying
this
to
will be a back air right here.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not a forward air. Wizzrobe.
Oh, my God.
And that's one of those moments that I think really sets him apart, where he's so good at taking scenarios that people have seen over and over again, where we're like, okay, that's a back air, and totally flipping the script.
That's right.
The guts from this guy.
And he made it back, too. That's the funny part, because it's a double jump cancel, so you think when you aerial, you should be dead. But Wizzy knows like the distance right when he can forward air and it won't kill him.
Just the level of mastery that he has. But then again, I think especially since he plays so many different games, it comes at a cost.
Oh, what a forward smash. Yo.
Now, was that because of just like the slight spacing that he was able to do between the two?
I think he baited Bark into thinking he was going to come in. and he was just spaced perfectly for that forward smash. That was like a net place forward smash.
And this is the Wizzrobe that folks are so used to seeing, right? I mean, everything just seems on point. How many of these
the
parries
parry.
is he getting?
Oh, that was... I like the way he went for that edge guard. It didn't quite work, but I think it was really smart.
Up smash. Easy stock. Feeling a lot more like the winner's bracket right now, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh. This could be a show break.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Oh, he didn't need it.
Doesn't even need it.
Doesn't even need it. Such fast reactions to react to the shield poke there.
I think that's something that is one of the most terrifying parts of playing Wizzy is how quick everything can go downhill.
Yep. His punishes are... Oh, that was a weird back air call out. He thought he was going to jump earlier, but that put him in a bad spot. He still got the edge guard.
Back air from Wizzy. Nice. Perhaps a touch of wispy assistance.
Oh, he was hoping that his armor would have been out by then.
Mark's
Let's
still,
see. He can't use back air now because it's stale, so he's got to use something else.
I like it. Like, again, just Mark's just waiting.
He'll use down air here. Oh, nope. Oh, good edge cancel.
And smart recovery, too, because traditionally he's been going towards just the side plat and then fading back.
Yep.
One of the few times he's actually going for top platform. Doesn't really matter too much. Was he able to hunt down Bark there? But I think it's still a very good indication of some of the things to come.
That was fairly decisive for Wizzy, but, I mean, Bark was in there. A few grabs here and there, and it could have been very different.
Game 3. One apiece marbles. Feeling excited?
I'm excited.
It's
I'm
feeling
ready.
good.
I'm ready for grands.
Yeah. And honestly, the way the set has been progressing, still is anybody's game.
That is very true.
Biggest thing for Bark is I don't think he can really be shook from that last game. It was clear that after that unfortunate forward air hit him with what should have been a
Right.
stock swing in his favor.
You know what? Now that you say that, I think that's really what killed his momentum last game.
Yeah.
It's very discouraging when you think you have a stock and instead your stock's gone.
Yeah, I agree. You have to purge yourself of that thought. You know, you can't let it seep into the rest of the set. You just take the loss and say, you know, that happened. It's never going to happen again. I think the first blood here is actually pretty pivotal in setting the tone for this game as well.
So he might be a little more afraid now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was afraid to do the normal back air because Wizzy's kind of in his head now.
That's not good.
Because, yeah, he went for a nair there, and that's not going to break armor.
Ooh, dash attack. Just catching the dash dance from Bark. Bit unorthodox, but it gets the job done.
One more strong hit. Yep. Let's see what he does here. I think he'll just edge.
Oh!
No!
No way!
Oh, no!
My!
Okay, okay. That scared me.
Good on Bark to keep his wits about him. A
Oh,
lesser
but
man.
Oh!
Oh!
Wow.
And a rare miss from Wizzy actually there.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, that's a tough.
It would have been an insane follow-up, but knowing Wizzy, you almost expect it.
I think it's kind of tough too because the percent was so low. Maybe the launch wasn't as high as Wizzrobe was essentially predicting.
Yeah. No, the launch wasn't ideal.
And the miss Z cancel is gonna let Wizzrobe
my God.
have an opening, and he's gonna
Called him out
convert
with
it.
that forward tilt. Oh my goodness.
Man. That's the thing about this game is, you know, you see the dance, right? The patience in the neutral game, but the second someone makes just the slightest of errors,
It goes from 0 to 100 real quick.
Well, 0 to 36 there.
0 to 36.
Still pretty good, and Wizzy's not done yet. Great chase
Oh,
down. Wow.
Really good tech from Bark. It's so hard to get that tech on a quick down air like that. If he had missed tech or teched in place, he would have been dead. Oh, that should be a stock.
A tough spot again for Barksanchez. Down 2 stocks against one of the best players in the world. I mean, this is a guy who does not let comebacks happen very easily.
No, he does not. In fact, he's usually the one coming back.
Yeah.
He's usually the one making adjustments mid-set, so.
That again goes with maybe the style of player that Wizzy is.
Oh, wow. Oh!
Wow! We're seeing it right there. That sequence
a
encapsulated
punish.
it perfectly. It's just these pristine punishes time and time again. The consistency that this kid has is insane.
That's more the vintage Wizzy we're used to seeing.
And Bark,
Oh, that was a. He didn't really have anything else he could go for except for the cheese.
I mean, it's him being so scrappy, right? It's like every chance he gets to maybe tack on an extra bit of damage, maybe get a stock from you, Wizzrobe will take it.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Now Bark, last stock, able to get away from the corner there, but was able to make it to the top platform.
There's weird audio right now. That's better.
Dash attack again from Wizzy. Man, he's actually been using that a couple of times. Not that time, though.
Oh, good grab. This is a hard edge guard right here. Oh, it must have been stale because that should have broke armor.
Up air.
Not quite going to kill.
Egg. Not quite going to hit.
Oh, my God. The pivot game, just a raw grab. That was so good. Really good edge guard there.
And smart from Bark, the feign edge guard there. It looked like it basically baited Wizzrobe into committing first, swinging first.
Yep.
Gives Bark a chance to hang on to the ledge, and
Right.
now a possibility, a chance.
A chance, a hope, a prayer. Oh, here we go.
No way.
Oh, Wispy kind of messing him up there.
Yeah.
Really good readjustment. Not quite going to break armor at that percent.
Is there a percentage where that forward smash will break the
It
armor?
breaks pretty low. I don't know the exact percent,
Okay.
but obviously a little higher than 56 or whatever.
Bark again, going for that top plat. I think he can use that trick only a couple times, though. Wizzy's starting to make the
Oh, the
adjustments.
star. No one ever
Yeah.
knows about the star.
You got to keep it in mind. Straight for ledge that time from Bark. Again, the way that he's going to recover is going to be so critical on whether he can steal this game from Wizzy.
Oh, he tried to do the dash dance thing again. It didn't work that
Yeah,
time.
it's-
He's laughing about it. He knows.
It's the same situation, right?
You can't do the same thing to Bark twice or to
Wizzy
Wizzy twice.
no.
You just can't.
And I thought maybe there's a chance that he was dash dancing to bait out the dash attack from Wizzrobe there.
I think he was, but Pika's dash dance is so small, like it's a very
Yeah.
small range.
It's less of a dash dance and more like a
don't
middle
know.
school dance.
It's just a tap
It's just
dance.
awkward.
Yeah, middle school dance, yeah. That's very true.
As far away as possible with the Wizzrobe now on set point. But Bark, man, he's got to be feeling good after making that near comeback.
Yeah, he did play very well in that last game, especially towards the end of the match.
It's what we want to see, right? That vintage Bark up against that vintage Wizzy.
Yes. They've had quite a few sets. At least that I can think of. It'd be really cool to see Bark get Wizzy to game 5 here.
Oh, good armor from Wizzy. Not high enough on the percentage, right? What was the magic number you mentioned again?
78.
78, yeah. After it posted, that was, I think, 70% on that back air. Oh, man. That was even more incredible from Bark because he looked, again, like he was going to top platform because he did the second quick attack and then just fades back.
Oh, no star this time. It's a really good up air. He called that out. Ooh. The spacing battle. Oh, it broke armor, but he was right at the ledge. Didn't matter.
And was that one of the weaker hits, too?
It was the weak hit, but he was at such a high percent.
Yeah. Either way, though, Bark finding the equalizer. And in a great spot. Uh-oh.
We know how good he is at these punishes.
Absolutely
Oh,
terrifying.
my goodness.
Wow. Maybe a bit of a commentator's curse there.
There it is.
Either way.
He just needed another. He's like, I'll just try that again. No big deal. He's
Doesn't
so
even-
cool. Even when he like misses his punishes, he's like, all right, it doesn't matter. I'll just wait for him to get nervous and mess up, and I'll do it again.
It's extended BM. That's what it is. Wow. Look at the movement from Wizzrobe in the air.
How do you go from here, man?
I don't know. Like, it's scary. You just don't know where he's going to end up next.
I really don't. I have like.
It's just the mastery of control that Wizzrobe has over Yoshi, over the movement options that character has. Absolutely incredible. But the same can be said with Bark. Again, the recoveries that he's been making throughout this set have made it so tough for Wizzrobe to actually pin him down.
Yep. Oh.
Knockdown.
Oh, that was a smart nair.
Yeah.
Oh, Wizzy's doing the Wizzy. He used to do that back in the day.
Back air from Bark. Going high.
Oh, how's he going to finish it?
And there should he have just given Wizzrobe the platform and maybe sharked underneath with the up air?
You got me, dude. I don't know. I can't presume to know what's going on in this genius's head. There you go. He got that stock, so one strong punish and we're right back at a tie.
This is still scary when you're Pikachu. I mean, look at that. Back air, done.
Oh, why did that not hit? Oh, can he regab? And now he can get a tech chase on the plat.
Nice. And all of a sudden, just a blink of an eye, a couple of good grabs. 72 on Wizzy.
Yep.
Closing in on that magic number. Now we got to look for those back airs.
Yeah. If he can get one throw off stage, he should be able to back air edge guard.
And now more consistently just recovering very high, going towards that left platform. And it's funny because the second that Wizzrobe starts committing to covering that option, that's when Bark's going to just mix it up and fade back to the ledge.
Yeah, he's really good at reading where his opponent wants to edge guard him from.
Grabs down for Bark. Oh!
Yep. That's nice. He's smart enough to know that when you have him that far out, all you have to do is threaten space, and that forces them to the ledge, and then take the ledge.
Yeah, his usage of the invulnerability that Pikachu gets on that quick attack as a pseudo edge guard of sorts is very, very nice to watch.
Yeah, every time Wizzy's predicting that Bark is going to recover far away, he just takes the ledge. Oh, man, just a little bit of DI would have saved him there, but I don't think he was ready for a forward air.
Yeah. Now Wizzrobe one stock away from getting a rematch with Boom in Grand Finals.
And for Bark, this is tourney stock here.
I mean, this is just to stay alive, really.
There's the back air. Wow, tie game.
Dead
Can
even.
he bring it to game 5?
Good from Bark.
Oh,
wow.
the down smash. Oh, he's got to jump.
Such a surprise.
The level 9 down smash on the platform is so good.
It works, man. They trip you up sometimes.
Ooh.
Down air.
Oh, he could have possibly comboed, but it would have been risky.
Wizzrobe knows how close this game is, but Bark able to get the right hits.
And he's got the back air.
Wow.
That's it, game 5.
Barksanchez makes the comeback happen. We nearly saw it in game number 3, but in game 4, he perfected it. Looking so clean throughout this tournament, in particular in this set. Now going on to force game number 5 against one of the finest players on the planet.
Man, I am so impressed with Barksanchez right now. Resiliency. That's the word. We're going right into it, not wasting any time.
I know you're here, you know, you're commentating, but you're also taking some notes on what's going on in this match.
I'm like, oh, I'm going to rewatch this.
What's the keys to success here for Bark? What's he able to find that Wizzrobe is having a tough time with?
If I had to guess, I'd say that Bark is really good at this matchup. He plays Fire Blaster a lot. And Fire Blaster is a top North American Yoshi player. Bark just knows exactly what to do. He knows he doesn't have a jump here.
And look at the ways that he's actually changing the timings on some of his attacks as well.
Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. Yeah, Bark is really good at countering parries by switching up timing. So a lot of players, when they think they have an opening, they'll just go for a grab. And so Yoshi players know this, they'll always go for that parry. And Bark will do lots of mix-ups. He'll up smash, which takes a little bit longer. He'll also do this short hop nair. That works really well. I don't really see any other Pikas doing that, actually. So that could be a big... See, he went for the short hop nair there again. Most Pikas would have grabbed.
Small investments paying off big dividends.
Yep.
For sure.
Oh, this could be something.
Wow.
Yeah, that was so smart.
It was because of what you were
my
talking
goodness.
about before, right? A back air would not have broken the armor.
That's right.
That Thunder, it doesn't have as much knockback when the armor breaks, but it's enough to stop Wizzy in his tracks.
Yep, and he had to be off stage, though. So if he had done that at the ledge, Wizzy would have DI'd again and got the ledge. So he went off stage, which is just the most ridiculous, risky option I've ever seen, and it just worked amazingly.
Strokes of brilliance from Barksanchez. Actually commanding a lead. Can he increase this to 2 stocks?
Oh my goodness.
Barksanchez!
Could this really be?
Wizzrobe, a rare moment, a rare sight, just taking the extra
taking a
time.
minute. Oh
wow.
my gosh. That minute paid off, apparently.
And now maybe it's Bark who has to take a minute. No, he's right back into the fray. He knows he's got a little bit of momentum. He wants to take it a long way here. Wizzrobe, man, it feels a bit like his back's to the ropes, but of course that's when he can be the most threatening as well. Again, if he's able to get these parries, if he's able to use his double jumps just right and armor through some attacks, big damage, huge damage.
Oh, down air, that was an interesting punish. Oh, he gets it. Tie game, just like that. Wizzy, so cool, so collected.
Yeah, he played the percentage game there, I think, with the down air, right? Just to set up Bark in a moment where that back air would be enough. And now, just vintage Wizzrobe.
Oh, he just gets out of that. Oh, that was a risky nair. What's he going to do? I have no idea how you punish this.
No. Good from Bark.
Oh,
just
wow,
holding onto the shield, knowing he was so close to the ledge. That's what we're talking about with the fade back, but Wizzrobe is now starting to pick up. He's making all the necessary adjustments, the proper computations.
Yep.
Ooh, nice. Falling down with that neutral air, not allowing Bark to find the extra aerial.
I think he has no jump. He has no jump. Yep.
And that's a stock. Barksanchez, on the verge of elimination, has brought it back all the way and now is a sheer stock away from going to grand finals. But Wizzrobe, very close to getting to that last stock scenario as well. That back air wasn't enough. The next one certainly will.
Oh, a grab would have done it. He wasn't ready for the grab, though.
Bark.
Oh, no.
Bark.
He's going to get another grab.
He's got him in the vortex.
Is he going to do the thing again? Not this time. Too risky, he says.
Wizzrobe. He's got to be feeling that pressure. Bark, just
no.
a couple of hits away. Back throw comes out.
He could do so many things to end this.
The crowd rallying behind Bark in the moment. Everyone is just holding their breath.
Wizzy's, oh no.
Up tilt. Wizzrobe using the jump here, fades back. Good recovery, but Bark still is getting the pot shots in. It's the back air, and Barksanchez!
Incredible.
3-2 over Wizzrobe in losers finals here at Frame Perfect Series